What the hell is Sauce Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
North side, south side, east side, west side. Perfect. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect.
All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Sauce Nation. It's good to see all of you lovely people. I got this damn echo back again, but just a different program, different situation. We're gonna figure it out. But first let me set that to the side. I know what it is. I've had this issue before. But what's the motherfucking deal, man? Anyway, welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports, Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. Means we're talking all sports, but only Houston. So we got some stuff we're gonna get into, a few different topics. Gonna have some gentlemen from the round get with me. I've got a little technical difficulty I'm just trying to work on in the background, so deal with me. You know, it wouldn't be the sauce if we ain't start off a little louse. You know what I'm talking about? So give me just a moment. You know, I'm gonna rerun the thing. Go ahead and get that Sauce Nation roll call in while we rerun the 2-minute warning, and hopefully should have everything tweaked by then. So with that being said, give me just a moment, and we'll get this party somewhat started. Right? We'll get this party started quickly. All right, give me just a second.
Whatever that last call was talking about. What the hell is Sauce Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
North side, south side, east side, west side. Perfect. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho, you know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink, what up Tenny, what up Ray Ray, what up Spitz, 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho, you know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent.
All right, so I ain't solved all the problems in the world. Anyway, what's this thing? There's some on my end making this crazy. I think that's it. All right, give me just 1 second, then we're going to get this party started. Shit, trying to update. I told you I ain't want to update that shit. You know, players fuck up, man, and major players fuck up in a major way, but we always bounce back. So, you know, we got that. Give me 36 seconds, y'all. 36 seconds, and we're going to get this thing rolling like it's supposed to be. All right, hold on.
North side, south side, east side, west side. Perfect. It's the sauce, ho, you know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink, what up Tenny, what up Ray Ray, what up Spitz, 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho, you know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide.
All right, y'all. Fuck it. I'm just going to have to make it work. All right. Start with fix that as we go. All right. What's the motherfucking deal, man? It's your boy N Hwy, and I'm fucking up, but shit, players fuck up. It is what it is. I don't know why I was using something different, and every time I do, you know, there's gonna be a technical difference. Then we're gonna figure out it's gonna be something simple. But anyway, welcome to Soft Sports, and we got a couple of conversations we need to have. One about the city, about the state of the Texans. Why the Texans are a little bit different. Y'all gotta pardon me because this shit is fucking me because it's like an echo in my fucking ear. And why the Texans are a little bit different than most teams when we talk about the pecking order, we talk about the hierarchy. We talk about the structure of this team, right? It's a little bit something different going on. And then And a couple more members of the round going to join me in just a second once we get this other little part together. But yeah. I know what it is. I know what the fuck's going on. But again, it's your host, Ed Honcho. Who else do we have joining us in the conversation this evening?
Third Coast, Sports TV. What's up, y'all? What y'all boys got going on today? I can't even see myself. Can you see me?
No, I cannot.
You cannot? My camera on. I don't know what's going on. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
So, one way or another. I'm trying to figure out the double ass echo, so my fault, y'all. It's just, y'all keep hearing this repetitive figure it out. But who else we got joining us this evening?
Man, what's the deal, man? It's your boy Spence, man. Right now, flipping through these interstates and highways, man. You know what I'm saying? Slanging the sauce, but never spilling the sauce, sipping the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
No time back.
Yeah. No, what's the deal, man? What's good, South Nation?
Again, my bad, y'all. It's something crazy going on. I'm trying to figure out what's making it happen. Give me a second.
I don't know why my video not.
Like this just sound like a fucking Pac-Man noise or something, like niggas playing Space Invaders or some shit. All right, see what we got in the chat, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got some new sauce from y'all, man. First, I want to say shout out to J Mac Productions, right? Because he has been doing. If you don't know who J Mac is AKA Heirarchy, AKA Key Bump. Been doing a lot of work behind the scenes for the sauce, and you know, Sauce Nation, all of y'all, the fresh ingredients, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all and everything that y'all do for this community. But we got some real new live sauce merch for y'all. But first, I gotta try to figure out why the hell we got this damn crazy ass shit going on. Like sound like some fucking y'all can't hear that shit? That shit is wild. Like this shit sound like some. It sounds like somebody playing like an old NES game or some shit, like some old MIDI music shit. No. Fucking wild. Okay. Maybe I am. It's crazy. I don't know. Okay. That's wild. All right, maybe I'm losing my mind, but it is what it is. Okay. That's probably how dementia starts. But anyway, so we're talking about the Texans. We talk about some of these young bulls, right? Because when I say hierarchy, and the reason why I talk about the pecking order, a lot of times you look at a lot of these teams and you see, you know, 5-6 year veterans, guys who have had some tenure, having leadership in the locker room, right? But I think the Texans are a little bit different. I think that you can't just do that with anybody. I think that is because we have C.J. Stroud. I think he's a very special player. But do you think this shit is driving me nuts? Do you think that a team can sustain with a young quarterback at the helm, with a young quarterback leading basically this entire franchise now? Do you think that is a feasible option?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're seeing plenty of other teams do it. I mean, I understand they're not really winning right now, and a lot of people will probably say they're not losing in spite of them, but you got the gist of verdicts. You have Josh Allen, you have Joe Burrow, you have so many young QBs getting it done at various levels. Do they find their own way? Jalen Hurts. That's what the league is about. It's about the young QB, what can they bring to the table, and how do they choose to win games. You can win it with your arms. You can win it an assortment of ways, you know, and that's what the league is about today. Get it done by any means necessary.
Fish, your thoughts? Can the Texans win with a young quarterback at the helm?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the best way to win is with a young QB. I mean, you don't. That's the reason why Buffalo had to unload all their players. Same thing with the Chargers. Like they paid their quarterbacks and they didn't get anything out of it. So now it's time to unload because everybody else is starting to get too expensive. You gotta win while your quarterback's still on a rookie deal, like the Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes, or at least like the Bengals did get to a Super Bowl, or I think with the Seattle won Super Bowl with Russ under his rookie deal. Because once you start paying the quarterback, you have to start making some real tough business decisions on all the pieces around them. And now I think that's the reason why we did what we did this offseason by going out and getting Danielle Hunter and Joe Mixon and also getting Stephon Diggs, because we ready to win now. Because I've been saying this for the longest. Like when that check come due, because eventually it's gonna come due, our price tag is gonna be a little bit more expensive. But I feel like CJ gonna be every bit of $350 million contract, and you're also gonna be paying your edge rusher, top 5 edge rusher, if not number 1 edge rusher league, and in the money type league as well. So tag gonna be a little bit more expensive than other people.
Oh, hold on. I think it cut him out. You still there, Spitz?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cut out a little bit. I don't know. Okay. Oh. Yeah, and so I definitely agree. You know, if you got a guy like CJ, you got him out as cheap, you know, you got to do what you absolutely have to do. But why do you think that is? Is it because CJ is that guy? Is it because he's truly this leader? Is it truly him? Or is it because of the heavy turnover you've kind of had? Not really having that leadership in the last few years, a lot of turmoil going on with the Texans. Is it CJ the man, or is it the situation that the Texans were in that put him in this position as a young leader on this team?
Man, CJ.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Like you can tell he one of the people when he walk in the room. You can tell when he walk in the room that he inserts his presence and his dominance when he's in the room. I mean, he's on podcasts with Michael Parsons, and he outshining Michael Parsons. He's on podcasts with Cam Newton. He's outshining his room. So yeah, he's there. He's there. Him and Neutron, well, with the insurance every day, he's definitely him, bro.
Yeah, I caught up with about half of that. It was cutting in and out. You know,
all I heard was Jimmy Neutron. That's all I heard.
But I definitely get what you're saying. But he does. He carries himself as a much more experienced individual, or a much more mature individual than most young men are at that age. So definitely see that. Wink, your thoughts? Is it a Texas situation, or is it CJ, the young man himself, that got the Texans rocking where they're rocking right now?
It's definitely a mix of both, because I think for any quarterback to flourish, you have to have somebody who not only believes in him, you have to have somebody who's willing to take all the chances and block out the noise of what everybody else has to say. And not only that, the quarterback that you put in a situation has to be in a part of something that not only fits him, but that he excels at. You can see early on this scheme excels from a lot of different things because of what CJ brings to the table. Once the run game and the other portions of this team get on point, and we see the defense take strides in the right direction, along with guys like Tank Dell, who we will be, shout out to Tank Dell, because we support you in more ways than one. But just know that it takes a whole village. But for that guy, he's definitely the guy to take the point and be able to direct all of the necessary attention on the field and get it done at an extremely high level. And we couldn't ask for more.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you mentioned Tank, man. I'm absolutely glad that you did mention Tank. You know, we big fans of Tank around here. For the longest, I begged, I pleaded, we need a player from U of H That was part of the key. People was like, honcho, you crazy, UMH don't put out talent like that. Yeah, maybe in the late round. And what happened, lo and behold, I told y'all about the dreads. I told y'all about U of H. You got to have a hometown guy. Hometown guy came in like a fucking lightning bolt, right? Took the league by storm. Motherfuckers want to do redrafts. If I could redraft today, I'd take Tank Dell in the top 10. Hey, he's really that kind of talent. And look, so he changing people's opinions. Young Tank Dell. Now, we know Tank Dell, a Florida boy. He, them niggas like wrestling with alligators and shit. And getting all kind of stuff. And it's unfortunate what happened to Mr. Tank, right? So we don't want to make light of that. But it's good to know that he is okay. Because we are big fans here. So, I can get this thing to act right. I want to talk about Tank too, because I feel like even though his season was a little bit short, I think that he is a young leader because he came in playing almost like a veteran. I feel like he's a young leader on his team as well. So that's why I talk about the hierarchy. I feel like it's not just CJ. Of course, CJ is at, the top of the pyramid. There's just no doubt in that. But I feel like Tank has came and made a name for himself too as a rookie. Do you see that very often? We can talk about Will too.
Absolutely.
We're talking about 3 rookies who came in and really made a name for themselves immediately. So, I got a partner because this fucking echo is fucking with me. But made them those leaders. So in the kind of the same question that I asked you about CJ, is that these individuals themselves? Is it their play? Is it their character? What is it about these young guys made this particular class come in, gel so well, and produce like they did?
I think it's because they understand each other. They got great communication. They understand what it takes. They have the skill set. And I think when they look at each other's skill sets, they understand how it complements what they do best, which is why you got the product that you've seen out of Tank and CJ last season. I think that's going to be a connection that's going to be here for years, and it's going to be unlike any other scenario that we've actually seen in the league. Because when you look at Tank, most people are like, he's a gadget guy. And when you hear shit like that, it just pisses me off. I'm like, everything this man doing, like, people want to relegate him and just say, and there's nothing wrong with being a slot receiver. Keenan Allen is a slot receiver when you really look at it. Wes Welker, Julian Edelman was slot receivers. Bro, Tank Dell is going on the outside, and, bro, he's scrambling these boys' eggs, bro. Like, that's the best way that I can say it. They just don't know what to do. They don't know how to guard him. They don't understand how fast he is. And for everybody who tried to shit on him was like, he's too small and he's this and he's that. Bro, this man is showing. And let's just think about these little fluky injuries that he had. Like, I don't think it's on the matter of him being, bro, like, if you... Now, I don't know what he was thinking when he caught that ball in Atlanta and his fucking head hit that guy. I can't even explain it. I'm like, bro, I see why they named you Tank, bro. Because you just like, he scrambled his eggs, bro. Like, he scrambled his own eggs. You shouldn't be doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because in that game, I think if you get everything going, and it just goes to show the league what he means to the league, because we remember the conversations of what it was like when he was out, and as these games progressed during the season. And what did everybody keep saying? They not going to be the same without Tank Dell. He meant that much in 10 weeks than probably any other rookie outside of C.J. Stroud meant to his offense. They kept saying it. They said it in the playoffs. They reiterated that. They kept thinking that this was going to be the game, that the Texans were going to slow down and shit was going to change and everything was going depth. But the Houston Texans showed they was made more than what one player could actually do. And the fact that Tank laid it all on the line for Htown, that boy put his soul out there on the field. That's why he fuck with so much. That's why when I seen him, and shout out to Wise, bro. I have to credit Wise for this, bro, because Wise always put me on to somebody extremely key. And I'm the type of guy, when I fuck with you a whole kind of way. And, bro, when I saw Tank And shout out to Sick Edits too, because he got a specific video that I looked at online. If y'all know, y'all watch the highlight videos, y'all know. So we gonna show love because that's what we do over here. But when you look at that highlight video, I don't know how many times I watched it. I watched it like a week ago just to just be like, bro, he could just do so much. You know, and the fact that even for him to be 5'8", this boy going up and go getting that hoe. You see what he doing in the Arizona game? That boy going in the back, bro. Man, letting it be known, bro. You can't fucking catching it in tight windows. You would think it would be easy for a guy like that his size to not be able to track the ball as well because defenders are so much bigger than he is, and he make them look small, even though they fuck. And at the end of the day, I love what he made of. I love what he made of. I love what he showed up to do. And at the end of the day, it's great to see that synergy because outside of DeAndre Hopkins and Deshaun Watson when we had him, we haven't seen that kind of energy and seeing a duo of how these guys trust each other on an NFL level. If there was a trust level of a QB to a wide receiver, I think right now he's top three in terms of how well a quarterback trusts his receiver. I just believe it. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. No. You're good. You're good.
I think the echo went out. Is the I think the echo?
It,
I think the echo's
yeah,
still
it went
good.
out. It's gone. It's that
Okay,
little
good.
fuzzy sound in the back, completely gone.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was taking it a second. All right, my bad. Good, great. Echo's gone. Awesome. Now we can fucking talk. Good. That shit was fucking. I was pissing myself off. God damn. Yeah. So one shout out to everybody because I did not do the roll call. I told everybody to do the roll call. I didn't shout out to everybody real quick. Let's run it. I'm in the fucking top chat on that one. I'm in the wrong shit, my boy. Let me see. Wink holding down the chat and the stream. Jabari, Htown, Texas, J-Mac Production, J-Pack, J-Mail. Shout out to J-Mail. Stephen Harris. Stephen Harris, my bad. Jordan Kearney Gibbs, Footballer 503, Philip Rao, Ian Perez. Let me see. Forever Roy, what's the motherfucking deal? DeAndre, Master Race, what's the motherfucking deal? All right. Now why is it?
Make sure y'all share this stream. Make sure y'all share this stream on whatever platforms you got because we got something real special to show y'all that's gonna go crazy in just a few minutes.
Y'all see a piece of. We got two things to show y'all tonight, right? And so one, we love and we appreciate everything that y'all do for the sauce. I know people would ask for something new. They've been asking, hey, say, honcho, you know, we like the sauce, we like the logo, it's cool. But we need something a little new. We want something about the players, right? Because look, you know this shit, we ain't official, so we ain't gonna make sure we don't trigger any laws here. The players, you know. So I wanna shout out J Mac because he came up with an idea. And we talk about Htown, we talk about the team, we talk about him having culture. So he kind of started a series. He took the sauce, he took the national football team that we know and love, and he took a little bit of city culture and he kind of blended it all together. And we finna start a new thing, right? So there's gonna be multiple things coming out. There's gonna be multiple new designs. But first, I'm gonna check this one out. It's available now. And it's the QB1 with the drip, right? Well, hey, look, you guys can't say that. So we'll call it QB1 with the drip. And shout out to Jay Mail. Say it sound like spits in the ship on Interstellar. Appreciate the super chat love.
Mm-hmm.
But first and foremost, I can't tell me this ain't thrown. Again, you see the what is it, the Soak City? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you go hit the shop. and go get you one, right? And this will
Yes,
be available.
sir.
This will be available all throughout the season, right? So I want y'all to go just check that out, and shout out again to Cherokee. Now the next thing we're going to show you is something a little special. It's going to be a limited edition thing, right? It's not going to be for everybody, but it's going to be for the other side of H-Town, you know, who the sauce represents for. You know how we rock on this side. We do things a little bit different. We're not too corporate over here, right? You know, and it's those of us who work in corporate America, right? We know how to turn it on and turn it off. So
Absolutely.
we're not gonna make it,
Right.
but we're not, you know. When you cut it off, you ain't got to fake it. So don't trip on the drip, right? But my bad. I know I missed a bunch of y'all because the shit froze up, and then I was trying to get it. Shout out to Arthur Black Vegeta, Brandon Halen, Gabe Rome, H-Town, Texas 713, Robbie. Let's see.
And it's so live because he hitting that left, do it, right, do it.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now, so we got a little special something, like I said, a limited time run. Right now, y'all will go out there. As soon as the new Jordans drop, that's been dropped 1,500 times. Y'all go buy them over and over again. You know, act like they knew like they something special. And I'm not saying don't get them. I'm not saying they ain't live. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Right? But y'all know the sauce, we're a little bit different. We might not get that corporate sponsorship over here. We might not get those looks. We're a little too honest for that sometimes, right? So we're a station of the people. So we do it for the people. Now, if you fuck with that again, you can go get it in the Sauce Sports shop. It should be on the Dilly Dally. Oh no, not that. Wrong thing. For whatever reason, the Strauss shirt ain't popping up right. But you can go check that out. It's in the shop. But so we can do some limited editions. There's only gonna be 100 of these, right? It's only gonna be 100. And when you see it, you will see why. Now, we don't encourage drugs or drug usage in the Sauce Sports. You know, you got the drugs, you bring them over to my people, we're gonna flush them down the toilet. You know,
Because we don't support drugs.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But again, we talk about the culture, we talk about the city, and we talk about icons, and Wink just said it. Tank Dell represents the city, even though you're a Florida boy. You know, he came to the U of H and he made a name for himself. But that blue collar kind of mentality, hey, that fuck it, you know what I'm saying, against all odds. You know, they say he too small, they say he too this, or they say he too that. Oh, now he hurt his leg, or he got shot. It's always something, but we already know he's gonna bounce back and be better than ever, right? But so, like I said, we had to mix it with the H-Town culture here. So I want to check y'all to check this out. I'm back here clicking the wrong shit, clickety clackety.
Make sure y'all share this and y'all post this and y'all tag this in y'all Instagram stories. Tag Tank.
Limited edition. Drink Dell.
The Drink Dell, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The limited edition Drink Dell, the first of many. So y'all make sure y'all go hit the go hit the shop, go get you a shirt. Go hit the shop. Go get you a mug. And I know y'all say, man, that thing is kind of pricey, right? Well, it's a premium shirt. It's a top-notch shirt. It's not gonna be that old on the front of it's gonna wash off and fall off. No. This is gonna be top quality, high quality. And it goes to support a small business. Right? So if y'all fuck with the drink deal, make sure if you fuck with the sauce, you know we fuck with the tank, not the drink, 'cause we don't do drugs. Make sure y'all fuck with that. So, but I can't leave Tank alone. Terrible. But again, so looking at this young team though, right? And we talk about the room, we talk about veterans, we talk about how almost, I wouldn't say there's a lack of a veteran presence, but I don't feel like there's that staple guy that you could just say is you know, that represents the Texans. So you see some young guys come in, young bulls come in, and they take over. They make a name for themselves. Now, people are concerned about the sophomore slump. People are concerned about the wide receiver room. People are concerned about, Nico with Diggs coming in. I know y'all are asking. Y'all got to pardon me. I know y'all are asking. Shout out to J Mac. Shout out to Arturo.
Shout out to J Mac for a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you. Got mine on the way. But yeah, looking at this wide receiver room, right? Because now you got a lot of talent going on in there. People got a lot of questions. It's a young man in there that we believe has a lot of potential. A lot of people are still on the train. I'm not all the way. I jumped off the train. I ain't gonna lie. I said it late in the season. I'm off the train. I'm done with it. I gave him a nickname that wasn't the best. Then towards the end of the season, he started to show up and just, hey, honcho, fuck you. I'm still by something. So okay. And we're talking about Mechie. You got Hutch. You got questions. And you got Diggs coming in, right? And we kind of slightly talked about the whole diva aspect. I'm not worried about that. We already know how CJ goes. We saw, like you said, like Spitz mentioned, how CJ handled Micah. And we've been saying it all season long that CJ was a killer. We have been saying it all season long. CJ a gangster. We ain't worried about none of that. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried about one man coming in and disrupting this whole, situation. If that was to happen, it would have to come from the top. It wouldn't come from, within on the roster. But looking at this wide receiver room, I mean, if Diggs comes in, does Diggs take precedence being a veteran, being a guy who's already made a name for himself in this league? Or does he have to earn that respect in the Texans locker room, in your opinion?
Well, I think he's earning it by, putting in the work in the offseason the way that so many of these other guys did, and you see the benefits that they get when they work with CJ on a personal level. Everybody that took the time out to be able to work with CJ on that kind of level, whether it was Dalton Schultz, Nico, you've seen, Tank, of course, and you just see the cohesion all these guys here. Now we're seeing Diggs, all of these guys, man, they're just going to get better. Their seasons are going to be better. They're going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? When it's time for them to get paid. And they're just going to put a certain product on the field that's just going to be undeniable to the league and by many fans. Expect an influx of Texans fans to come from around the world. You know what I'm saying? You already seeing CJ right now overseas right now, putting in the groundwork. That boy creating a whole new fan stream. And if their first introduction to football is CJ Stroud, I can only imagine what they're going to end up creating over there. It's going to end up coming over here, and it's going to end up putting on in a completely different way. So shout out to Stroud. Shout out to everybody doing anything big for Htown right now, because, hey, it's a great time to be a Texas fan, as we all know.
Absolutely. I don't see anything wrong at this point. I don't see anything to complain about. If you're looking for something to complain about as a Texans fan, you really decide to be a miserable individual. I mean, you just choose to be pissed off. That's a good question, because I've seen a lot of people kind of bring that up. Shout out to Brandon. Do you feel like that the Texans could have 3,000-yard receivers this year?
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this right now. And so a lot of people is going to sound outrageous, but I've already dropped these predictions specifically for CJ Stroud. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share it with y'all. And if you ain't a part of the Discord, you tripping. $5 a month. Trust me, you're missing on the best sports takes that you could possibly have that you don't get on YouTube. But as it stands right now, I have very specific numbers for Mr. Stroud. Case in point, yards, I think the man is throwing 5,317 yards this season.
5,317.
317 yards this season. I have him throwing 9.2 yards per play. I have him throwing 46 touchdowns to 6 picks, and he will average 327 yards a game.
Is that the mark my motherfucking words? The way
that is my mark. And I made that MMMFW 3 days ago, a part of the Discord. Y'all already know how I rock. I'm very specific. I throw out numbers that ain't nobody really gonna be talking about. So yeah. I'm going ahead and put that out here. May 1st, y'all heard it here first, as well as y'all see the Drink Dell up there. Y'all already see what's up.
Yeah, I better get that Drink Dell. Okay, that's a very an extremely specific set of statistics. What brought you to this?
Well, when I'm looking at what the aspects of what they brought in terms of shoring up the protection, when I look at the aggressive moves that they made in the offseason when it comes to bringing in Diggs and Joe Mixon, bringing in somebody like Jawar Jordan from Louisville, who was a starter, who was amazing, and is way better than his combine display because of injuries. I take it with, and shout out to Jawar Jordan because we think you're gonna be a beast. Trust me, I know what you running backs of your kind do in these type of offenses. Trust me, when you get your shot, you're gonna hold it down. But as far as this team goes, and when you see what it had already built upon, I think Dalton Schultz is going to be much improved. I think Kay Stover coming in and being able to give extra protection in those situations when we want to run the ball, I think it's going to be far more effective. I think what we seen Bobby Slowick do when he finally established a run game after eight weeks or so of trying to implement and putting up together so many combinations of how that they wanted to run the ball and running it effectively. We clearly can see what he was willing to do and how much more aggressive he got when he had a proper run game. I think the protection and CJ getting the ball out when he understands that that everything is barreling down on him. So it's just like I understand, and the fact that I've seen somebody as talented as him, or what people are trying to equate to him, and what I see is like if Justin Herbert can do it, I know CJ can do it. If CJ can do it, I know he can do it. It's no. I'm just seeing too many guys and that he's comparable to in terms of ranking of elite stature. I can't not put him in a realm and just say that because of the weapons and the play call that he has, the scheme fits him, and I think his O line is going to do everything they can to protect him at all costs, even if that costs them missing a couple of games in order to do so.
Give me one moment. Let me put the link in there if it's not showing up on the stream. Put the link for the Dell shirt. I put the link for the QB1 shirt. So yeah, like I said, this offense is gonna be very prolific. So with all the moves that the Texans made and the way they got so aggressive this season, because the Texans have not ever. I mean, you saw a little bit of hints of you've seen that they were trying to trend in that direction, but to make the moves that they made this offseason, to have the quality of a draft that they had, are the Texans in win now mentality?
They've been in win. The moment that they lost that Ravens game, they already understood all their deficiencies. Shout out to Big B for really pointing out this game, the Ravens game and all the deficiencies. Because when he really brought back, and now I'm really gonna have to, because he put it on my mind, I'm gonna have to really go back and go look at that game again and really see like after the half. Because when you look at the way that things are going, in the first half, discounting two injured players in Will Anderson and Christian Harris, you see where the defense, how they went off, and you can see the ways that outside of Nico, nobody else was really able to get open, and that's really a matter of they had a little bit more talent than we did. Once the trench play was going up front, which D'Amico does not want to suffer from, which is why he went so trench heavy, and which is why I can't understand why people are hating on the draft. You have to look at that game specifically, along with the Indianapolis game and how Jonathan Taylor went crazy on us for almost 200 yards. So knowing that this is the case, why wouldn't you commit what it takes to really win games, which is in the trenches? That's not just a saying, just to be saying. The game is won and lost in the trenches. We weren't prepared enough up front. Long term, we didn't have enough depth. We had quality players, but it wasn't enough depth. And you can probably say that a couple of those guys probably overachieved, which is why they are no longer on the team and they're in different situations for their own benefit. But for what it is, it's clear what D'Amico wants to do. And if we thought that on the back half of the season after that bye week that the Texans defensive front wasn't dominating and controlling the line of scrimmage, it's gonna go to a whole nother planet this year. And I can't wait once the season starts because we're gonna have a heavy rotation and it's just gonna be guy after guy after guy coming in and making plays and putting their stamp on the NFL.
Yeah. The Texans are gonna be extremely talented. I mean,
absolutely.
At the point where, and you could say maybe some years ago when the Texans first kind of had that playoff run, they were one of the more talented teams in the league. They had, I want to say, the most Pro Bowlers a couple of years. I feel like the Texans are kind of back on the verge of that, but the difference between this and that was you actually have a capable quarterback at the helm.
Absolutely.
I think that and I get it. I understand loyalty. Kubiak's undying faith to Schaub kind of fucked us over a little bit. It is what it is. You can't charge a little milk. But again, like I say, I feel like we're back in that situation. You have, top of the league level talent at every position. That you can think of. Let's talk about safety. But anyway, but you're in the conversation there somewhere. And but like I say, you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, the best young quarterback in the league, going to his second year, already with an understanding of how the league works, understanding the game. I feel like the Texans take the leap this year that we haven't. I know a lot of people said, hey, AFC championship. I feel as much capital, the moves, the noise, everything that's been made, some of the Texans got to go all the way. I mean, it's really all or nothing.
Yeah.
It really is all or nothing at this point. I know it's for us to not have ever been to an AFC championship and start talking like this. I know people say, oh, that's ridiculous. You can't, y'all ain't even been there. We not. You got Jags fans gonna say the same old shit. You got anything, but they gonna say the same old shit. Fuck them. We don't give a fuck about what they talking about. This is a new day and age. This is a new Texans franchise. We got Cal to play at McNair. This ain't the same old Texas. It's a whole different energy going on all the way around the team, the city, the facilities. But I think that as a Texans fan right now, you can. I know they say act like you've been there, but you got the right to talk a little crazy right now.
Yeah.
You got the right to talk like a big dog right now. Like
absolutely.
And be confident on that. Like it's been time, you talk. We know he was there. You was probably like we wasn't no pit bulls. We was like a blue heeler or something. We was like a little mid-sized dog, but we still wanted to. We wanted to bark with the big dogs. We wasn't there. We tried. We still in the fence. When they opened the fence, niggas stopped barking.
Little Frenchie or something.
Yeah. We wanted to bark with the big dogs. We wasn't quite there, but
we was cute.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We was cute.
The whole
but we wasn't moving nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it was.
Yeah, you get a little attention. You take the little dog to the store. What happened? All the ladies. Oh, look at it. Look at your little dog. You get some attention, but you weren't doing nothing right. Like you know what I'm saying? So
right.
If it really went down, wasn't shit shaking. No, it's big dog. It's Cane Corso status. Like it's big dog status now. Like
it's Chris Canarian.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's big dog status now. Like the Texans have made the move for you to be able to talk. You talking about? We'll see about the comeback player of the year, Mystic Mill. I don't even want to speak on. I don't want to speak no bad on his name. I don't want to. I just want to see. That's the type of person I am. I'm not a lot about hype and anticipation. I just like to sit back and see what happens. I don't get all overly excited. So if he does, I hope that he does. I was originally a fan, and I'm all about redemption and fresh starts and restarts and going back to your last save and all that stuff. But it's cool if he does what he's supposed to do, what they brought him here for. Hey, comeback player of the year. It could be possible. It could be. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see if Mystic Mel knows all. But yeah, man. Like I said, it's big dog status. You can bump your chest. You have a right to talk shit this year and really be serious about what you're saying. We've wanted to be in that conversation for years. Even last year, we wanted to really be in that conversation. We got humbled a little bit. Baltimore humbled us a little bit. You know, okay, that's what we need that. You know, we need to tighten up a screw here and there, and they went and did that. They went and made all the necessary moves. So now, and you know, and some teams, looking at how you got better. Some teams maybe stayed the same. Some maybe got a little bit worse. The Texans got significantly better. Now, I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people are talking about that Kansas City pick, and you know, with Pat Mahomes with weapons and everything like that. But I'm not worried about that, right? Because we got a secondary, and I think they're going to be a decent secondary this year, or more than decent.
Yeah.
They're going to be a top 10 at least. So after the draft, after everything, you said you gave it a B+ draft, overall A, I believe, in the free agency.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is a concern that you should have? Not a complaint, because like I said, ain't really nothing to complain about. But if you're looking long term, you're looking at maybe possible free agents that are still available. You're looking at, you know, hey, maybe we can bolster up here just a little bit. What is a concern that you would address at this time?
Well, I mean, in theory, I think no one is really going to argue the fact that if you wanted to add a little bit more to your secondary, shout out to Wise, you know, earlier, you know, they bring up names like Adoree Jackson. You know, when you look at what he's able to do and what he was able to do on the Giants recently, even if you want to look at it from a return perspective, and if you just want to have him as quality depth, not necessarily as a starter, but can start if called upon to do so. You know, when you look at Justin Simmons and what he can add, especially with a young player like Caleb Bullock, I mean, how could you not like that? I mean, 2 ball hawks back there, and if you want to go with 2 high shell, or if you want to play robber, you know, you got one of those guys who are able to roam at all times, and you know they could just break in and out of covers and just disguise the coverage like so well. And what they're gonna be able to do up front with all of the pressure, man, I can't really, man. It's just too many things that can be done, man. There's so many possibilities, and this is a major reason. And make sure y'all clip all of these clippings that we got, man, and put this on your social media, and go ahead and tag us all. Y'all already know what to do. But it's just, man, it's too much to do, man. Offensively, I just want to just sit back and just watch that. Defensively, it's kind of like, even though you know you got the players that you want in a lot of positions, and I think a lot of these guys are going to definitely be able to add some intricacies to this defense. It's no telling how crazy D'Amico really wants to be now that he got a little bit more speed, a little bit more skill. You got 3 first-round corners on your team as it stands right now in Stingley, Okudah, and CJ. Then you get to get a guy like Lassiter and bring him into the mix. You got Caleb Bullock waiting to pick the ball off. Petrie with a resurgence playing better on the line of scrimmage if you want to do that. Jimmy Ward being opportunistic when he can and being very in-depth in run coverage. And we don't even need to talk about the type of pressure that D'Amico Autry, Foley, Tim Settle, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter is about to create. You can expect to see 5-man fronts. I can guarantee you're going to expect to see that. The boys going to get up in the middle, and they're going to make boys feel it all season. So it's going to be exciting, and it's going to definitely be even more exciting to see who makes the 53-man roster and who they stash away on the practice squad to be able to further develop so that they can continue to get an opportunity down the line.
Absolutely. And the swarm is actually, it is the appropriate term for this defense. These motherfuckers will swarm your ass. And that's the thing I was going to say. 'Cause it's something I've been, a thing I'm saving. But, you know, you kind of mentioned it, made me think about it. Let's go ahead and hashtag before somebody takes it. You know what happens when we say these things.
Yeah. Go ahead. No. Before you move on, go ahead and clip that. Go ahead. Go ahead and clip that because you already know it's going to end up on the radio. So go ahead. Make sure you say it again loud and clear, and somebody can go ahead and clip it right now, and so we can already put it out now.
They can clip from the thing, huh? If you in the what's it called?
You can clip now. They can clip now.
Yeah, y'all clip these shits. Yeah.
You can clip behind the scenes if you want.
Yeah.
You can clip behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know, I don't be clipping. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. I ain't clipping it. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna start fucking with it. Start putting that shit on the stream deck. But
Yeah.
the mind of Miko, man. I think that's something a lot of people, I won't say underestimating, but you've given this man all the tools he needs. And again, I feel like the Texans defense should be easily a top 5 defense in the league.
Absolutely.
Like easily. There's too many weapons. I mean, I'm excited. I'm a defensive guy. I prefer to see. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, it's your team. You want to see them scoring. You want to see touchdowns. But a good low-scoring game, a good solid defensive game is an entertaining game to me. A lot of people it might not be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people it's not
Right.
fast, but you know, I'm with it. But my thing is this. this team, you kind of like say when you look at it, you say you have nothing to complain about. And again, on the same hand, since you have nothing that we have nothing to complain about, we should be expecting greatness. We should be expecting the Texans to take this team to a place they never had before. Because
absolutely,
there's no reason to think that's an irrational statement. There's no reason not to beat your chest a little bit if you're a Texas fan. The Texans went out and made the moves. TD, when we gonna get some jewelry this year, man? We gonna get some jewelry this year. We want it this year. The Texans made the move. They got aggressive. They we gonna get one this year. I don't know what Mystic Mail talk about, but we finna get one this year. But yeah. So here is the deal. I know we started a little bit late. I know I was having several technical difficulties. But I do gotta get ready to cha-cha slide here. So Wink, before we get out of here, is there anything that you want to say to Sauce Nation? Anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Man, shout out to Sauce Nation, man. Just make sure that y'all share this live. Share the little clips you don't know, just talking about Tank, and just let it be known, man, that we appreciate what these boys are doing for the city. Also, you know, tag them and let them know, hey, man, we fucking with that drink here, you know what I'm saying, with the double cut head, the double cup headband. Y'all probably ain't even peeped that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They ain't peeped it, man. They ain't peeped the deal.
They probably ain't even peeped that. But you might have to put it up there for them one more time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Lars. You know?
Let me bring it on the outside. That's the problem. Y'all ain't seen. Let me bring it on the outside of the deal so y'all can see what's real. There we go. Look at this boys.
Yeah. Make sure y'all tag them on Instagram. Make sure y'all tag them in y'all stories and stuff like that, man. And just let it be known that we really fucking with it, man. We appreciate what he's doing. And we gonna continue to support him in a various amount of ways. So shout out to the Houston Texans. Shout out to Tank Dell. Shout out to CJ Stroud for them boys putting on for the city. Every time you see him turning around, you see him doing something positive. And we as fans couldn't thank y'all more for what y'all doing. So this is our appreciation from us to you.
Absolutely. And no, we are not condoning drugs. Come on, man. If you from the city,
man,
you know Htown gonna throw some oil on everything. Throw some drink on something. We gonna throw some swang on something.
Yeah, come
y'all
on,
niggas
man.
still jamming zero. That nigga did the whole drug book. Nigga, every kind of.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
With it. Y'all don't be all. So well, you guys are out there. Look at them. They're being ruffians. They're being Neanderthals. They're talking about Tank Dell and doing drugs. And that's what's going on. Like, that's not what it is, dog. We having fun. It's the city, baby. You know what I'm saying? And we having a good time. And if you not, if you ain't fucking with it, well, shit, you ain't fucking with it, man. Don't be no.
Yeah.
I know there's always gonna be a hater. Look at those guys.
And by the time you do, guess what? You won't be able to get these no more.
Again. A limited edition. So if you fucking with it, it's only 100 of them hoes. You can put them hoes on layaway. It ain't layaway. It's what that shit is. Afterpay or whatever it is. Look, it's just like supporting the sauce for $25 a month for 4 months. Think about it. If you fuck with the sauce, hey, make it go. We trying to do bigger and better things in the 2024. We got a lot of plans we've been talking about behind the scenes, and so you know we take a little something to make something shake. So you know if you want to support the sauce, go buy some merch. Again, I put the link at the very top for the Dell merch, the Stroud. The QB1 shirt. Link is right under that. And if y'all remember the good old classic, what the hell is Sauce Sports? You can get that shirt too. And some other merch, the mugs, all that shit is in there. You can get your motherfucking bathtub, dry your ass with it. But yeah, absolutely, man. Sauce Nation, Htown, Fresh Ingredients. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. I know y'all been supporting a lot of y'all. It doesn't seem like it's been. You said something the other day when we were having a little chop up session. When you were talking about the thing, you said make sure to put the established 2017. And I'm saying 27. This is 2014. I mean 2024, man.
Yeah.
So this been
7
rocking
years
a while.
running, man.
Yeah, there's been some little breaks here and there, but still, going strong. Sauce Nation still been fucking with a lot of day one. Still been fucking with it. And every day more people coming back ain't know it was there, but hey, we still in this thing. And I promise y'all, I know y'all been just look. I know. I'm trying to get everything on a smooth schedule so that we can have better sauce. We can have new and improved sauce, right? Because at some point we gotta grow, we gotta do a little bit better. So we gotta play the game, but we ain't gonna be that lame. So anyway, I fuck with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Wink, I appreciate it. Spitz, I know you was in there in the mix and he had the dip. I guess the sound was wherever you're rolling these country roads.
Man, he trucking right now. You know, he on the big. He back in Wyoming somewhere.
Look, keeping the supply chain alive, baby. Shout out to Spitz, man.
That boy trying to stay alive somewhere in Alabama. You know they got some sundown towns out there.
Just accelerate just a little bit harder.
Don't stop at the gas station. No time soon.
Hey man. Say
you seen wrong turn, nigga. You seen wrong turn. You know what I'm saying? Just don't have a wrong turn in real life.
Yeah, man. Man. Y'all. Yeah, but shout out to Spit, shout out to Wake, shout out to Wise, shout out to 10 Man, shout out to Hector, shout out to Davis, shout out to Professor Trill for whatever reason. I don't even know why we still talk to this nigga. But I know I'm missing. It's
man, definitely shout out to Jerry Key. Definitely shout out to Jerry Key, man, aka J Mac, man. We appreciate what you did, man. This right here is gonna go live, and these hoes gonna be gone before you know it.
Again, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it's a limited edition. Like I said, we're only gonna do 100 of these hoes. You know what I'm saying? So hey, think about it. Then after once the 100 is gone, I think a couple might actually be gone. Not counting the ones for the round. We won't do y'all like that. That would be some hoe shit. We ain't gonna do y'all like there's too many motherfuckers in the round table. But yeah, like I said, limited edition. That's why we doing it like we doing it. So if you fucking with it, fuck with it. If not, I understand. But hey, we still fuck with y'all. Fresh ingredients. Sauce Nation, we gotta get up out of here. But again, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. But most of all, y'all stay saucy. And I am out. Shout out to Wink. Shout out to the round. Everybody who get down. All the fresh ingredients. Take care of yourselves, man. And be fucking with y'all tomorrow. We gone.